my dear Wonder Bundler, you have all the things. You have everything. You have all the things I've ever made, ever done. Now, let's see how you actually get to all those things, okay? First things first, we gotta head over to Awesome Art School homepage. Okay, so awesomeartschool.com is just always gonna be your go-to. I think most people just stay logged in. There's no real reason to ever log out of your device. It saves so much trouble with having to log in over and over again. So if you want to just keep this open, that will be your best bet. Just make sure you are logged in. If it's been a while, you might have to re-log in. If you see the head icon up at the top corner, that circle, that means you are in fact logged in. And if you're not, you'll see the word login at the top. So if you need to log in, do it now. You're going to click that, enter your email and password, and then it'll bring you up to this screen. So your home base is clubs. So when you want to start cruising around, you're going to hit clubs up at the top. Okay, this will immediately bring you to the classroom indexes for all 3 clubs. So as you know, being a Wonder Bundler, you get access to all 3 of my clubs. But we still, 50% of all of our members are Wonder Bundlers, but the other 50% are not. So we keep the clubs completely separate. In my brain, they're all separated. And then they're separated here at Awesome Art School as well. So it's really drawing. You're going to go to Drawing Club, painting, think mixed media, and then Celtic Collective, we do drawing and painting, but it's always going to be some weird fantasy theme that Lucy and I are obsessed with. So they're very distinctly different things. So if that helps you kind of organize what you're looking for, that's probably the easiest way to divide things up, because this is based on my brain, and that's how my brain thinks of all these things. So I'll just show you one by one. They're all set up the same way, which should make it a lot easier to kind of find where things are. So Drawing Club, Mixed Media Society, Celtic Collective. These, when you click on them, you're going to get to the master classroom for that club. It's as simple as that. And then in the master classroom, it's going to be the same layout in each one. So the first button that you're going to come to, which is clickable, is the latest lessons. So the biggest request we have was making it really easy for people to find just the latest lesson. So usually if you're in the Facebook group, you see like everyone's doing this centaur, like where's the centaur coming from? Well, generally speaking, if it's everybody's doing the same project, because that's like the new release, right? So this button, latest lessons button, will take you just to the latest lessons. That's exactly what it says from this month and then last month as well. Those tend to be the most, I wouldn't say popular, but just they're the ones that everyone's doing because they're new. So they're fancy and schmancy and they're new. So that's your quick link to get to there. And there's that same button for all the clubs. But before I go any further, all of your lessons and links are, I almost don't want to say hand delivered, but they go to your inbox every single Sunday. I have never missed a Sunday club newsletter ever. So that's the best place that you should start. You should open them every week. You should read them every week. If you want to, I also make a video along with them every week, same style as I'm doing now, talking you through what's kind of coming up. What are we doing? There might be a fun story, might not be a fun story. But that's where you're going to be best caught up with all the news. And there's links to all this stuff in those newsletters as well. But in case you missed it or you can't find it, you can rely on that purple button to tell you, to bring you right to the latest lessons. Let me get my stupid head out of the way. All right, so the first section in all 3 clubs is supplies. So quick links to supplies to make it easy for you. The Amazon links are like my tried and true. These are what I suggest for starting. If you're just starting out in the drawing club and you're like, what does Karen use? This is what I use right here. So you don't have to search very, very far. And then there's this art supply. These are my general art supplies that I'm using in all the clubs, actually. And this button is also up here at the top. If you click on more art supply, this is this tab. Okay, so this is like what I use throughout all 3 clubs. Like I do all my watercolors on these papers. I do all my swatching in this journal. I do all my dry media on this paper. So that is a good resource for you to know. So that's in the classrooms, and it's also at its own tab up at the top. All right. And then in each club, there's always the first section you come to is where you start if you're new. So if you're brand new to drawing, I would start in the drawing club and I would go through stage 0 all the way up to stage 7. So that's if you've never drawn before. It'll take you step by step, skill by skill, slow and steady for just a couple of projects, nothing crazy for each classroom. By the time you get through 7, you can go absolutely anywhere for the rest of in the drawing club and you will have success. You can go zoom over the Celtic Collective, start anything. That being said, please feel free to go anywhere you want at any time. Like, this is your club. You can use this just like Netflix. You can go wherever you want. You can binge anything. You can watch things. You can not draw. You can draw all day long. You can really go anywhere. But if you're really worried about your skills or you've never drawn before and you're starting from scratch, there is a happy place for you to start in all 3 clubs to get you more comfortable, confident, and up to speed. So in the drawing club, it looks like this. We call it our Awesome Artist Accelerator because it really speedily gets you up to speed. It's awesome. There are some older videos in the beginning ones because I'm starting my journey the same time as teaching. But all my members over the years have told me, do not touch and get rid of those and update those because they grow with me as I was growing. So it's really my journey and you get to follow along with me. So come up, catch up to speed. Let's do it. It will be amazing together. All right. So assuming you've gone through those or you don't want to do them, totally fine. Don't care. Not offended. You can go anywhere you want, though. You will have the confidence to go to any of these other classrooms and have a blast because you have the skills that you got through the beginner classrooms. So you can really just dance around anywhere in here. There's this is my favorite classrooms. I am biased. Well, I guess I'm not biased. I did all the lessons, but Drawing the Decades and Steampunk are my favorite classrooms, I think, for all of them. But their Furry Friends is really great for beginners and intermediate levels. And then just a little word too, once you click into this, all of the clubs have different colored icons. Oh, this is a perfect one. So pink is easy. Blue or teal is intermediate, and then purple is advanced. So say you've just done the 0 through 7 and you're like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit more confident. You can for sure do any of the pink ones. You can for sure do a lot of the teal ones, and maybe the purple ones they're going to be a little bit more challenging, but like you're up for it because you just did all the practice. Let's go for it. So just be aware that's how we kind of rate the different lessons, and they're just a guideline. There's no grades in this school, right? It's just to help you find something that will be appropriate for you when people ask for it. Like, how do we know what's what? So hopefully that helps you. That helps you to decide. So many fun. I love this classroom, like with my whole heart. I just love it, love it, love it. So at the bottom of each little visual index for each classroom, you can see, you can actually skip to any of the classroom indexes from any of these. So I had these special buttons put in just for my Wonder Bundlers. So if you were like, I'm not in the mood for drawing today, I want to jump over to Celtic Collective, you can actually do that with just a magical click of the button. Isn't that so nice? And now you're over here and you can see that this is set up the same way. Okay, the top button, this purple button, is always latest lessons. Then you have a section on supplies. Then you have a section for newbies. Then you have all of the bonus classrooms. I think my favorite classroom in Celtic is the Master's Apprentice. I think it's probably the most popular too. It's amazing. We do deep dives on individual artists. We copy their work with their permission, and then we go and make new lessons based on their techniques. And I don't know why, but it's really thrilling. Followed closely by mythical creatures, of course, because we're into that stuff. In all 3 club sections, you'll also have your ebook section will be next. Each club gets free my Skin Tone Secrets book. I gave that to everyone when I published it because I love you so much. Also, you get free my giant collection of all my drawing cheat sheets and my mixed media cheat sheets. So if you've been following me on YouTube for years, you know I like to give away freebies. They're all right here for you. So you don't have to chase me on YouTube anymore. I'm bringing everything to you. And then each club has its own individual book that's just unique to that club, that's not available outside of those clubs except for to Wonder Bundlers. So we have the Celtic Collection for the Celtic Collective, which is a book of 300 royalty free images that you can use for inspire you for your own fantasy projects. We do also use it as a springboard for ideas for our own lessons. And I'll talk about the other books once I just go over this last section. In all of the other clubs, there's also this last section of the Classroom Index, and this is where we hold our live classrooms. So we do lives every month with our members. I say like our, but it's really just me. Well, actually, in Celtic Collective, it's me and Lucy. So in all clubs, we have a live component every month, and the replays live in their live classrooms, and they're all in this last section. So again, latest lessons top, supplies, new, bonus classrooms, ebooks, and then the rest. And there's a lot in the rest. So make sure you scroll all the way down when you hit these master classroom indexes. You scroll all the way down and make sure you're getting them all. Because not only do you have our live art alongs, but you also have my YouTube and cheat sheet neat suite. Say that 10 times fast. And this is where another place where you can find actually there are even more cheat sheets in this than are in my cheat sheet books. But it's also all my YouTube videos. It's over 550. That's probably over 600 now. They're all my YouTube videos sorted across 3-4 channels. So if you're like, what was that thing she did on like eyes? You can see all my YouTube videos, like hair. I have like 8 and they're all in the same section from all the different channels, all together for you. So that's a really nice resource. That's also a $12 a month subscription on its own, and you get it for free. So definitely get all the things. You deserve it. You signed up. You should get them all. I do cross club bonuses on occasion. I just started doing that in 2024, where I'm like, I just love you so much. And I just kind of give something for everyone to kind of enjoy just for no reason. And there's a fun little bonus classroom I'm giving you there for free. Let's see. So I went over how everything is laid out. And I'm just going to, if you get lost, just remember to hit clubs up at the top to get you recentered and back to the indexes for all of them. If you want a quick trip over to the Facebook group, you're like, oh my God, I just finished my project. I'm so excited. I'm going to go post it in the Facebook group. You can click that button. It'll take you right to Facebook. And then we haven't looked at Mixed Media Society, so I will just do that now, but it's set up exactly like the other ones. Latest lessons, supplies, new to the club, where to start. The only difference with Mixed Media is there's a section for classrooms where we talk about just one art supply at a time. So as you can see, it's very clearly labeled for you, mastering one art supply at a time. Okay, because I'm a big believer in if you can master each art supply individually, you're going to do a hell of a lot better when you get to doing mixed media, when you're mixing them all together, because you know exactly how they work. You're like, oh my God, I totally know acrylics inside and out. I know it's permanent. I know I can use it under this and over this and not anywhere, blah, blah, blah. And so it just makes you such a better artist or more confident artist, which can lead to better projects because confidence is huge. It's a huge kind of skill in and of itself. So if you want to brush up on any of your single supply skills, you can enjoy those classrooms and just enjoy them anyways, really. And then these are all the classrooms where this is a compilation of mixed media projects that are either by theme, like flowers, or by like technique, like my hamburger supplies. I'm obsessed with my hamburger system. And so this whole classroom is just hamburger supplies. I keep saying supplies, but I mean projects. So these are all the different hamburger projects, and they're all totally different. So you can go on here and pick one up for yourself, and you can pick whatever your skill level is and give it a try. And enjoy. And then of course I add on to all the clubs all the time as well. So these classrooms all kind of grow over time as well. The only thing I'll touch on for the Mixed Media Society in terms of supplies is there is a bonus supply section, which is called Karen's World. I just want to be super crystal clear. You do not need to buy anything in the Karen's World classroom. Karen's World is just my 2 cents on what that art supply is and how it works. And it has to be something that I've tried and tested. I won't give you like informational meeting on something I've never used before. So, because sometimes people are like, wait, what are Pitt pens? You can just go to Karen's World and be like, oh, there they are. And it's like a 2-minute video about what are Pitt pens. So it's really, truly informational. It's not things that you have to buy. If you want like your actual supply list, you can go back up. These are like my general favorites again. And then for mixed media, because that's really where it's the most supply heavy, you would start at stage 0, has the shopping supply list for the mixed media hamburger system. Okay, it's right here, supply list. So this is like I actually give you a shopping list. So if you plan to go through, if you're beginning, say you're like, I just joined the Wonder Bundle, I want to do Karen's awesome mixed media projects with her because I've seen them on YouTube. I would start at this supplies 0 in the Mixed Media Society. Grab your shopping list because these ingredients, you're going to be using them for like 40 separate projects. So it's really nice because you have the same set ingredients to do so many projects. It's such a huge money and time saver. So this is what they look like visually. It's just very specific, very few products. Here's your actual shopping list. It's the only club that I do this for because I have such a recipe. Okay. And then if you go back to the index, so this stage 0, you can follow stage 1 through stage 8 are each layer of my hamburger system where we focus we have a whole classroom just for that one layer. So we have a whole classroom just on surfaces. Like what surface can you do mixed media on? And like a whole classroom just on acrylics. So you can get like a quick intro and like how it works again before you start using it with your other art supplies. So so there's a lot in each club, and we know it can be overwhelming. So we've also put together your own little tab of resources. So up at the top, you can couple things. You can look at the calendar. There's a calendar tab to keep our Wonder Bundlers and everyone organized. And so this will have the current month, and you can see each club has its own little icon, right? So drawing club, always pink, mixed media, always blue, Celtic, always green. And then you just kind of keep your eyes peeled on those icons on the calendar, and it'll tell you exactly what's coming up. And then you can go to the Wonder Bundlers, have their own little tab up here on the website. And it is, you see, I sing you a tiny little song. Here are just those links. They're really just the club links again for you for quick if you get lost. We just wanted you to have like a home base, basically, if you were getting lost, that you could come and feel a little bit less stressed. There's also these really fun loose leaf sheets that you can print out that Mandy made. Mandy's been with me since 2017. She is a rock star behind the scenes at Awesome Art School. Her job is to make everything beautiful and useful. So these club and lesson tracker sheets are here for you. You can also grab the lesson tracker, which is super helpful. This is actually what I made it for my Wonder Bundlers. It's less than $10 on Amazon, and it will help you to stay on track. And here I even have a little picture of what's inside, so you can decide if you want to buy it or not. But it's a good way to kind of track what you're working on, the videos that you're doing. You can check off as you go, because a lot of people were complaining that that they would take a break to have lunch and they come back and be like, oh no, I don't know what video I was on. So this allows you to track your videos as you're watching them. Kind of like helps you also pin down like, what are you in the mood for? You are in the mood for, something serious, something that's 15 minutes or less. Like it helps you kind of like, because there's so many choices, it help you to direct your thoughts in a way that will help you pick a lesson quickly, and you can dive in so that you're not overwhelmed, because nobody wants to feel overwhelmed. And then there's some little extra hidden perks in here that we just kind of go over. The fact that you can enter to win any prize. You can use all 6 hashtags, 7 when we have events. So, and when you win, you can, your prizes are better. You can enter as many times as you need. There's another quick link to the Facebook group. So this little Wonder Bundlers tab we wanted to make you just feel extra special, because we know that you have more challenges because you have more choice. So I will just leave you with this. You can please feel free to explore the other tabs on the site. It goes over how the giveaways work, specifically on our giveaways tab. It shows who our guest artists are. All my art books are listed here for you in case you're like, what was that book she had on Mixed Media? Oh, there it is. Also, if you win our giveaway, you can also pick one of my books. So here's a great resource just so you know like what your choices are. I have more books out than people I think realize. Yeah, you have an Etsy link. You get 20% off my entire Etsy store 7 days a week. You can just order through the link that I give you in my Sunday newsletter. And yeah, this is all for you. You can click on lastly my stuff. My stuff I find to be overwhelming. It's basically like a longer view of all the ebooks, all the things in once, which I think can be very overwhelming because they're all kind of like scrambled up. But you have it and you should know what is in there. So I don't like this view because everything is, you have pages that you have to kind of laboriously scroll through. To me, it's really much easier. And this is the way that I do it is I go, to Awesome Art School and I click clubs and then away we go. So without further ado, that is your club tour. Last but not least, we are here to help you. So if you have any questions about anything, I will leave it on our helpful staff. We really do have an amazing group of magical team members who are here to help you. And all you have to do if you have any questions whatsoever is to reply back to any of my emails and you will get a person to respond within 24 hours. Okay, that is my promise to you. I just want to leave it on with Jeanette. One thing I forgot to mention is that Jeanette, who's right here, she is our resident artist. When you are choosing a project to work on, I'll just grab something from the drawing club. Say I want to do something in the whimsical women of the world. Say you have a question or you don't like Facebook or you're not on Facebook. When you get to the lessons, they're all set up the same way. You have the photo of what we're making. You have the supply lists with clickable links. You'll have the downloads to each of the resources. Then you have the videos, and that's where the lesson tracker can help you keep track of where you are. Underneath those, especially if you're not on Facebook, if you want to upload your work, you can do it here. So you can write a comment like, I did it. Okay. And then if you want to upload a photo, you can click this image icon. And here's just a random one I had. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. And then you can click post comment. And Jeanette combs through here and she at least weekly, if not daily, so that if you have a question on a supply or a technique, please know that Jeanette is my eyes and ears, okay? And so if she's giving you advice, take it. She knows exactly what I teach. She's been around forever. She's an amazing artist in her own right, and I just want you to know with confidence that, like, if she's replying who she is, she's my right hand. So if you have a question for me, she can relay it if you leave it here. But email is the best way to get to me personally the fastest. Okay, so just reply back to any of my emails, and we are happy to help. We're all of us are in the Facebook group all the time. It's just social media comments can get a little crowded, so we just like to remind you of email. And also, I will leave you with Sunday emails. Read them, watch the video if you like, but that's how I communicate all the things to you. So please, please, please open your Sunday emails. That's how all the news gets shared. Okay. Other than that, binge, enjoy, and welcome, Wonder Bundler. We are so happy that you're here. And if there's anything we can do for you, please, please just ask.